Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a hero deck profile. So I'm really excited for this one because heroes are one of my favorite archetypes. Like, it is probably the most supported archetype of all time, being like 5 different divisions of heroes. But I think that this deck is actually going to be tier 1 in the coming future. So I'm really excited for this. This deck is probably the deck that I'm going to start carrying to tournaments and all sorts of stuff like that. I'm really excited for this deck. So without further ado, let's get straight on this. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell next so you can become part of the notification squad, and let's get straight on this. But I really quickly do want to mention, you guys, we do have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi down in the description if you guys would like to donate to the channel. All donations go towards cards and stuff like that, so all these deck profiles can be made possible. So we're going to be playing 3 copies of Elemental Hero Strato. So Stratos at 3 is absolutely crazy. I remember when this card was banned not too long ago, but when it's normal summon, you get to add an Elemental Hero or a hero from your deck to your hand. Any hero, and it also is a spell and trap destruction, which a lot of people forget about this card, but it destroys spells and traps up to the number of hero monsters you control except Stratos, which is kind of nice. It can get you through a lot of situations. Then we play 2 copies of Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. Elemental Shadow Mist is, if this card is special summon, you get to add a change quick play spell or trap card from your deck to your, or spell card from your deck to your hand, which is always going to be mass change. But if it's sent to the graveyard, you get to add a hero monster from your deck to your hand, which we have some cards in the deck that actually send stuff from your hand or from your deck to the graveyard, or sends just Shadow Mist to the graveyard so you can get some more effects off. Then we are actually going to be playing just a single copy of Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier. Liquid Soldier is the new short print that came out of Magical Heroes. I'm really excited for this card. This card's really good because when this card is normal summon, you can target a level 4 or lower hero monster in your grave and then instantly special summon it into the field. And if this card is used as fusion material for a hero monster and sent to the graveyard or banished, you can draw 2 and then discard a card. But you can only use 1 of his effects per turn, and only once each. But he's a really good card. I really love Liquid Soldier, but I would probably never play him at more than 1 at all. But he is a good one-up. I'm really disappointed that he's a short print, but, you know, you need 1 copy of it. Then we play 1 copy of Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. Solid Soldier is when he is normal summoned, you can special summon a level 4 or lower hero monster from your hand instead of special summoning a level 4 or lower hero from your graveyard. So he special summons from the hand, but he also has the ability that if he is sent to the graveyard by the effect of a spell effect, you can target a hero monster in your grave and then special summon it in defense position. So he's really a good card, and I would definitely play him at least 1 because he does help out with your copy of Shadow Mist. So then we play, for our last Elemental Hero, we're playing a single copy of Honest Neos. Honest Neos is a really good card because basically what Honest Neos does is you discard it to the graveyard when a hero monster battles, and then it instantly gains 2500 attack. Then for the Destiny Heroes, we're going to be playing a single copy of Plasma, which is basically like a walking skill drain. Its effect states that when it's on the field, monsters cannot activate their effects on your opponent's side of the field. And then it also has the ability that you can target once per turn a monster your opponent controls and equip it to this card, and then gains half the attack of that monster. But it does take 3 tributes to summon Plasma, which is not very hard in Heroes with the amount of monsters that you can just swarm the field with. Then we play 3 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious. Destiny Hero Malicious is an awesome card in here. It's a really, really awesome card. Basically, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to special summon another copy of Destiny Hero Malicious directly from your deck, which is a really, really good effect to be able to just instantly special summon another copy of Destiny Hero Malicious to use as link material or use as fusion material for another hero monster. Then we play a single copy of Dynatag. I just play a single Dynatag. If you don't want to play the Dynatag for the Dystopia combo where you make him gain attack points and then pop something on the field, you can drop it for Celestial if you want to play a Celestial instead of Dynatag, but I am for the moment playing a Dynatag. Or you can play a Draw Hand. I think his name is Draw Hand or Draw Guy. You can play one of those instead of Dynatag as well, because I know a lot of people are kind of mixed on this card, but I like it as a one-of. It has come in handy. But a card that's really come in handy, moving on to the Vision Heroes, is Vision Hero Ferris. Ferris is probably one of the best heroes in the entire deck. Basically, you discard a card to special summon this card from your hand, and then you can tribute, or then after this card is put onto your field, you instantly put a Vision Hero in your back row as a continuous trap card, which is always going to be your copy of Vision Hero Increase. Then, Increase being in the back row, you can tribute your Varus on your side of the field to instantly special summon your copy of Increase from your back row, and then special summon a hero from your deck. So Increase and Ferris are probably the best starters in the entire deck. Then we play 2 copies of Vision Hero Vion. Vion's really good because if Foolish Burial's a hero to the graveyard, which can be like your Malicious or your Shadow Mist or something like that you want to send to the grave so you can get all the different effects. And then we play a single copy of Evil Hero Adusted Gold. You don't have to play the Evil Hero engine if you don't want to. I know that one's getting a little bit expensive. Like, this deck is really expensive. So if you don't want to play the Evil Hero Adusted Gold, you don't have to. But I really like Malicious Bane, and I have it, and so I play it. The deck is 41 cards. So if you do drop the Evil Hero Adusted Gold and the copy of Dark Calling, that's okay. You could maybe put in 3 Ash Blossoms if you want to make the deck go to 41 if you want to go that route, because I don't play Ash Blossom. I do play 2 copies of Nibiru, however. I feel like Nibiru is so much better in this deck because you just don't want to... You want to get a lot of cards off your opponent's field, and this card's really reactive of dealing with your opponent's field once they've established it, especially if you get pushed to go second. You can just drop a Nibiru and then go after them really, really easily. And so I feel like Nibiru is probably the best bet for this hero deck. So that's it for my heroes, guys. Let's get into the spells. And that's it for all the monsters. So for the spells, we're going to be playing a single copy of Rhoda because they're all warrior monsters you need, except for Adusted Gold, which is a fiend. We play a single copy of Rhoda because you need to get into all your other cards. I play a single copy of Pot of Avarice, which is the newly unbanned card, which is crazy. I think the OCG has this at 3, but I think it's a good one-of in Heroes because you just get to select 5 monsters from your graveyard, add them back to your deck, and then shuffle it and draw 2. So it really helps you with your resources because Heroes really burn through resources fast, but you have to keep in mind that you have to put 5 back in the deck. So it's only good in late game. So again, if you don't want to play it in Heroes, I understand. And the deck is 41, so you can drop Pot of Avarice. But I really feel like this card is really good. Then I play a single copy of A Hero Lives. A Hero Lives is super good in here because it lets you special summon out something like Shadow Mist, or a copy of Elemental Hero Stratos instantly to the field if you don't already have Stratos, to be able to search Ferris and then go off from there. 1 copy of Dark Calling for our Adusted Gold to go into Malicious Bane. 1 copy of Miracle Fusion because now we can search it with Sunriser, which is awesome. Polymerization because it's searchable off of our copy of Vision Hero Vion. 3 copies of Elemental Hero or E Emergency Call. Basically, this is adds an elemental hero from your deck to your hand. That's why it's okay to just play the single copy of Liquid Soldier, is because it's searchable with E-Call. Like, you don't need it at any more than 1, because you can search it with E-Call, you can search it with Vision Hero Increase, just instantly special summoning a hero. You can search it with Stratos. Like, you have so many ways to get into it. It's just a good one-of. Then we play 3 copies of Mass Change. Mass Change is super good. Mass Change lets us go into Dark Law. It lets us go into Masked Hero Acid. It lets us go into all sorts of different stuff. Burst, or whatever his name is. Blast. We can go into Masked Hero Blast with Stratos. Like, there's all sorts of different stuff that you can do with Mass Change. 3 copies of Destiny Fusion. Destiny Fusion's a really good starter in this deck because it lets you fusion summon by sending 2 monsters from your deck to the graveyard. You can send something like a Shadow Mist and a Malicious to the graveyard to then have materials for link summoning and getting to add a hero from deck to hand, and you didn't even waste your normal summon. It does lock you into summoning heroes, but all we play in here is heroes anyways, so it's not a big deal. And then we play 3 copies of Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave is ridiculously good in this deck because you don't want to deal with any hand traps, and so you play 3 Call by the Grave to kind of nullify those hand traps. So that's it for all the spells, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. That's it for the whole main deck, actually. We don't play any other traps or anything like that because this deck is one of those all-in kind of decks. So first off, we're going to be playing a single copy of Elemental Hero Sunriser, which is the new Elemental Hero Fusion monster. It's really a good card. Basically, it takes any 2 hero monsters with different attributes to summon it, and it has the ability that must be special summoned, must be fusion summoned, and then monsters you control gain 200 attack for each attribute you control of hero monster, or just attribute. So you automatically gain 200 because he's a light, which is cool. But then he also has 2 effects as well that you can activate once per turn each. Then if this card is special summoned, you get to add a Miracle Fusion from your deck to your hand, and when this card declares an attack involving another hero monster you control, you can target one card on the field and instantly destroy it. Like, that's really, really good to be able to pop back row, to pop monsters, pop anything that you need to with Sunriser. Then we play a single copy of Malicious Bane. We went from complete light to complete dark. But Malicious Bane is awesome because he cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects, which is really amazing. And then during your main phase, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than him, and he gains 200 attack for each monster destroyed with this effect. And then also, you cannot declare attacks for the rest of the turn except with hero monsters, which all you're going to play is hero monsters anyways. Then we play one copy of Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero is usually our target off of the Miracle Fusion, because you can put this on the field and then it destroys all monsters your opponent controls if it leaves the field, which is crazy. And then it gains 500 attack for each water monster on the field, which, I mean, you do have one, but usually it's just going to come out at 2,500. So you have that option. And you can also mass change it out, which is an old 2012 thing, but you can actually mass change this out and go for acid and board wipe your opponent, because you left the field, which destroyed all monsters, and then acid hit the field, which hits all the spells and traps, so you totally wipe their field. Then we play a single copy of Trinity, which helps us with OTKs a little bit. It goes up to 5,000 on summon and can attack 3 times, but it can't attack your opponent directly. One copy of Adoration. It's generic, and so we play it as a one-of, just to kind of have if you need it. One copy of Acid. Like I said, destroys all spell and trap cards your opponent controls, and then all monster your opponent controls lose 300 attack for each spell. Or all monsters they control lose 300 attack, just period. Which is pretty cool, because it just board wipes all the spells and traps. 2 copies of Dark Law, because you can actually go into Dark Law extremely easily in this deck, and so you play 2 copies of it. 1 copy of Masked Hero Blast. I do play the Blast at 1 because I feel like it's easy to go into this with Stratos, and it does come in handy sometimes because it has the ability to, if this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and its attack becomes half its current attack, and then once per turn during either player's turn, you can pay 500 life points to target spell and trap your opponent controls and return it to the hand, which is really nice to be able to bounce those spells and traps back to the hand. Because you might need to get something off the field that's like, there can only be one. Like, you normal summon the Stratos, they've got there can be only one on the field. You mass change out of Stratos into Blast. Blast bounces it to hand for 500, and then you have something as attack, and then you have plays from there. Then we play a single copy of Dystopia. Dystopia is there for the Dynatag combo, where you make this with Dynatag and Malicious, and then you pop something on their side of the field. 1 copy of Dangerous. Usually you're going to go into Dangerous more times than not with your Destiny Fusion, because you're going to make this and then send a Destiny Hero monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, which is nice. 1 copy of Dread Decimator. Dread Decimator is still good even out of Link format, because it just increases all the monsters that it points to by 100 for each hero monster in your graveyard, which is nice. 1 copy of Wonder Driver. Wonder Driver is cool because it does stuff with polymerization. And then 2 Cross Crusaders, which is the best one in the entire deck. Like, you will make this even if you're not playing in Link format. Even after Master Rule 5 comes in, this is going to be good, because if it's Link Summon, you get to target a Destiny Hero monster in your grave and special summon it. Then you can tribute a Destiny Hero monster and then add a hero monster with a different name from your deck to your hand than the Destiny Hero monster you tributed. So this is going to be nuts. This is still good. This is still really good. So that's it for the deck, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one. It's a really fun deck. Like, it's so versatile to play heroes, and you play every single kind of hero in this deck, which is really, really cool. You play Evil, you play Vision, you play Evil Hero, Vision, you play Elemental Heroes, you play Destiny Heroes, you play everything. And I mean everything in this deck. So I'm really excited for this deck. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I'm looking forward to going into Master Rule 5 with this deck, because it's going to be nuts. But this deck is Master Rule 5 ready. You can play this deck totally in Master Rule 5 right now, and it'd be crazy. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell on there so you can become part of the notification squad, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.